boots hit the ground. Core force updates rolling out. Speed is up, the power's tight. Crank it up, it's time to fight. New tools, new rules, we're breaking through. Faster, stronger, built for you. Automation, domination. Take control, no hesitation. Core force, set it loose. No more limits, no excuse. A big upgrade's time to fly. Take your star to the sky. No remorse, set it loose. No more limits, no excuse. The big upgrade's time to fly. Take your star to the sky. Orders fly, no slow down here. Crush the game, make it clear. Sassy old boost, integration's tight. Core force is pushing into overdrive. Let me watch it now, see what's next. No second best, we break the test. E-commerce built to win, let's go. Turn it up again. No limits, no excuse. Big upgrades, time to fly. Take your star to the sky. No remorse, set it loose. No more limits, no excuse. A big upgrade, time to fly. Take your star to the sky.
Colt.
I'm sorry, it's the best one we have.
It is pretty good. It is pretty good. Hey, so everybody, we're not going to let the robot finish. Sorry, robot. We got to get the show on the road because this is going to be a Colt solo. Colt will be soloing this whole thing because our co-host Josh Oakey is taking a much deserved vacation. And when I say vacation, I think it's more of a staycation. But still, the man needs to recharge his batteries. We had a huge show last week. I'm sure he's exhausted. A lot of us are we were kind of dragging, man, because it was a really event-packed show, wasn't it, Colt?
Oh man, I was not expecting the turnout that we had. It was a really good show.
If you've ever visited us at SHOT Show and you've been around our booth, it was literally like that the entire time. It was just packed. We were able to spend a lot of time with our current customers, and we were able to spend a lot of time with potential customers. And actually, I think we got a lot of new family members at that show. And it was just a good show. We had our hors d'oeuvres and drinks with Coreware. And I know some manufacturers had some really big events where they had, it was a full out, they were trying to bring Vegas to Shreveport, Louisiana. And so the guests that we got at our event, they came up and told me, which is exactly what I wanted. They said, yeah, we were not into that loud, crowded scene. I said, that's exactly what we wanted to provide here. It's just really intimate, and the food was good. Everybody had plenty to drink, and it was just really good conversation. So it's a really, really great week. But I am sorry that Oki's not here today because he's such a huge help on these things. So Colt, I'm sorry for failing you today. I'm just going to go on and put that out there.
Nah, it'll be fine. I'm just glad that boy's getting some rest.
Yeah.
He needs it.
Hey, but before you get started, because I know that we put out a lot that, we provide these little things, like our Webbies, which is we create a custom GPT for every webinar that we hold. Because a lot of you out there, man, you may not have time to go out and spend an hour or an hour and 15 or 20 minutes and watch an entire webinar. We get that. So we try to give you little tools and, features where you can go out and at least get the high points of, whatever we covered. So I want to go over that right now because I've been asked questions, just recently. And I know that a lot of these questions, they're covered in webinars that we hold, so I know a lot of questions could be answered just by people either attending the webinar or at least going to the custom GPT and doing what I'm about to show you can do right now. So I'm going to share my screen real quick, Colt.
Go
If
ahead.
I share anything embarrassing, let me know because I'm
Oh,
not
I will
really good
shout
at
it
this.
out.
Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of my little bar over here. Okay, so we're gonna go here. I'm gonna add to stage so you can see this, right?
Yep.
Okay, so this is what we call our this is where you go to watch previous webinars. Call it webinar recap, and here is where you would click to watch the webinar, and here is where you would click to ask Webby, and you can ask Webby about anything in regards to that webinar. And what I've done is I've created a prompt that I'll share with you guys. I don't know if I'm going to be able to share it in the in the chat because it's kind of a big prompt. I'll try it. If it doesn't work, please forgive me. We'll include it in this week's Core Weekly. But I just want to show you what you can do. So I'll go to the last coreFORCE update live that we had, and we're going to open that up, and it's just going to bring us right here to the Webby. So this is the coreFORCE update live, episode 9, and I've saved a prompt that I spent a little bit of time on writing. Actually, the robot helped me write it, and it's just prompt for farms retailers to use with coreFORCE Webinar GPT. And we're going to see what it says, Colt, and then you're going to be able to tell me if any of this is right because you're the one that gave the actual webinar. So here's the key updates from coreFORCE Update Live, episode 9. Map policy
Oh,
bug fix.
wow.
Is it good? Do you already see it?
Yeah.
Here, can you see
Yeah,
that?
there we go. Now I don't have to zoom in on my screen.
Now I'm going to
Okay.
just slowly scroll, and I want you to tell me if this stuff sounds right, if it's actually pulling from our webinar. So let's go with this unified inventory progress. Continued rollout of unified inventory for CoreStore and coreFORCE users. This eliminates managing separate inventories and provides a single source of truth to reduce overall oversells. So this is progress, right? This is something that we're progressing on, correct?
Yeah,
And we're
those are spot
continuing to
on.
roll it out. And let's see, compliance and required actions. Map holidays now clearer. BFG controlled manufacturers. Map holidays are preloaded and locked. Retailers can't modify these, but should monitor for pricing impacts during these periods. Does that sound right?
Yeah, that's spot on.
Inventory
Inventory
sync.
sync vigilance.
Go
Yeah,
on and
that kind of
read
goes
that.
back
Does
to
that
unified inventory.
would you say that any
Until
differently?
unified until unified inventory is fully live across all accounts, retailers should still verify. Yep, until it's which that's something that we'll be talking about more on today. So that's perfect.
Awesome. And then we've got
Oh yeah, that's a big one. Marketing sales opportunities, accurate gun auctions integration.
absolutely. Hey, I think Jeremy's here. Jeremy, the robot remembered our what we talked about. So that's pretty cool. We've also got one for that webinar as well. We held a webinar on accurate gun auctions, and believe it or not, we're going to be having another one next week. And Jeremy's going to be able to go over pricing because we had a lot of questions on, well, how is this priced? They didn't have a whole lot of understanding. So look forward to that next week. What about this? Integrations and partnerships. Does that look good?
Close. It misspelled Xanders, but I understand why it went with an X instead of a Z. Um,
Because you spell Xerox Xerox. Come on, man.
yeah. Um,
It's trying to be smarter than us. All right, let's go down here
yeah.
to notes, man. What is this notes? AI development tools are now helping corewares. Didn't spell coreware, right? Coreware's team deliver bug fixes faster, so expect more frequent fixes and refinements. coreFORCE will not release updates during Rendezvous on the Red to avoid disruptions. Next release targeted for June 19th. Was that good?
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, it's even keep picking up the capitalization, which blows my mind. Uh, when speaking about
Mm-hmm.
core force and core wear and everything.
Yep. And if you'll notice, I think I put this in the coreFORCE. I'll try to put this into all of them. But at the very end, I had the robot. Want even more help? Check out the newest version of Corey, our AI CoreWare Assistant, now live here. And you can just click on that, and it will take you to this, and you can literally ask it anything about CoreWare. Now, a lot of times this stuff may not be as accurate as a human being that's literally typing on a keyboard. But this is a really great first step. If you're ever having any issues, you very well could get your answer here. Hey, Colt, can you give me a coreFORCE question that's common, and let me just see if it works?
Um, let's see. How do I do free shipping in coreFORCE?
I always try to spell coreFORCE right. And then I'm going to hit enter here. And then you tell me, Colt, if the answer is okay. And I'll make it bigger here so we can see it.
I can't. Let's see. Okay, go to product section. Missions, add new record and give it a logical name. Whichever will provide. Under reward section, go to shipping charge you want. That's pretty close.
And I'll tell
Um,
you where it's getting the information because, again, it may not be perfect. So even if you read the instructions that it provides, it's always smart just to go to the resource. So the resource is going to be this article right here. So you just click on that and it takes you right to the article. How,
which has pictures and everything like that.
yeah, how can we offer free shipping on a product? And it just gives you the entire help desk article. So again, it's just little things that we're trying to do to I guess I should put us back on the stage, huh?
Yeah, that probably makes sense.
I don't know how, honestly.
Oh, it's because you got this going on. There we go.
Did I give you controls back?
I have the power back.
I am so disappointed in myself that I didn't fix that. Wow. So anyway,
It helped.
now it did help because I was completely lost. I've never had that happen before. I'm like, wait a minute, we're still on, but I don't see us. So what I want everybody out there to understand is if you don't have time, to watch the update lives for Core Store and coreFORCE or any other of our webinars, use the tools that are available to us now. I mean, ChatGPT is as common as Google these days. I'm seeing so many people, even on TV, they're like, well, I asked ChatGPT. I mean, they're saying it just like they use Google. We all need to start using these tools because why try to use the horsepower up here when you've got billions and billions of horsepower in these machines, and it can do it a lot faster, and hopefully it provides you with what you're looking for. So please be on the lookout for any future updates in regards to how we're helping with AI. But right now, that's exactly how I would use this. With that, Colt, I'm just gonna kind of be quiet and let you take over.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Since you have control, I don't even have to pay attention.
you don't even have to pay attention now. I'll just I'll bump you out the way. Oh no, yep, I messed up that one. Oh goodness. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna add this. Here we go.
Let me
Okay,
know if
now
you need me to.
I don't.
You
Yeah,
want me
you
to?
needed me.
There you
Okay,
go.
there we go.
You want me to-
There we
There
go.
you go. There
Okay,
you go.
now we're figuring it out. I got too cocky.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. All right, now we're here. Okay. coreFORCE, finally. So these are the release notes. Actually, everything has now went live. So everything in here is live for everyone. Again, just a recap of our new rollout process with updates is we do a staggered rollout. We do coreFORCE basic and standard users first, let that run for a day, and then we stagger through the rest of them advanced and then enterprise. So we've actually hit all those. So everybody has all these updates as of right now. Everything's been looking pretty good. I know we've had a couple of hiccups involving some shipping charges again. But I know some hot fixes has went out for those as early as about an hour or so ago to kind of help with that. For those of you that was running into an issue with pi- uh, things being forced to pick up only, there was a hot fix that was applied earlier today at about an hour ago that should take care of that. And it was basically where a product was only available at one distributor, and there was a restriction on that, not yeah, on that distributor from or the manufacturer that could not be drop shipped that manufacturer couldn't be drop shipped, which was throwing errors. So that should be fixed as of about an hour ago. If you're still running into that issue, feel free to chat a message, let them know, so we can get that addressed ASAP. Um, with that said, so there's some good stuff in here. Not a ton right now. We've been primarily focused still on the unified inventory and everything, but we have got some other simple updates and tweaks for us. This first one is just basically an error to kind of give more display message. So you got to give a little bit more information for distributor credentials. So if you go to do test distributor credentials, it should let you know like exactly. So there's some distributors that have multiple um, like Xander's, for instance, they have an FTP, a username and password, but they also have the directory. I know there's another distributor that has, I think it's Ellipses, that has a username and password, but they also have another dropship username and password. It will tell you which one it's having issues with, which has been kind of a pain point in the past where it was kind of like, there's an error, we don't know where. So now if the credentials work, it'll let you know, hey, your dropship credentials are failing. Um, this is one of those things to where I hate to try and do the blame game pointing because the dealer's like, well, why don't my stuff work? Um, we're testing these directly to the distributors with these credentials and everything like that. So if they're not working, we're not sure what else to do. If it's usually incorrect credentials and it's a number of different things, or something wasn't turned on properly on their side. So, but yeah, so that should be a better, clearer understanding there now. Um, shipping log. So this is for everybody on the checkout. If you're logged in as an admin, you can see a button as you're checking out called shipping calculation. This button only shows for admins. So we actually kind of broke that down and gave a little bit more details on whenever there's a sum of charges for each shipping location. I guess I could probably zoom in a little bit here too. There we
Yeah,
go.
we could do this as well.
Oh yeah, that works too. I don't think that really helps with the zoom though.
It doesn't. Sorry.
Oh well, good thinking though. So for the products, some of each charge. Now, I apologize. I'm having something going on, so I feel like I'm
Hey,
like
no,
all
I was gonna
groggy and
say,
whatnot.
if you were gonna continue, I was literally gonna say at the very end of this, you guys have no idea. Colt feels like instead of those freaking B2s going over Iran, they literally
Mm,
went over his house and just dropped numerous bunker busters on his head. He is not feeling it today, but I think he's doing great. I can't even tell, man. I mean, you put on your game face when we started, and I'm really proud of you. So anyway, keep
I'm
going, man.
I'm I'm not on drugs yet, but we'll see.
Okay.
Um, okay, so for product sum chip charge shipping charges is cleared. Yeah, so the log message now shows more detailed. So can be shipped without distributor or location charge. So it gives you a little bit more of a breakdown, so you kind of have a more clear understanding of that shipping calculation. Um, and then this is the one that we talked about coming last week. This is a pretty big one. When a customer completes a purchase through coreFORCE, their corresponding contact record in Gorilla will automatically get tagged as online customer, um, which is a nice thing. Like if you're working through Gorilla and everything like that, you can actually see in Gorilla, like, hey, this person has actually placed an order on my website, and you can focus on doing your blast and stuff towards them because you know that they've come on your site and used it before. Hopefully, they'll come back and everything. So, um, this one right here, this was an expansion to an existing report. It's just adding a column for manufacturer. That one is actually behind a preference, so we'll get this information updated so it actually shows the which preference that you'd be looking for to add that column. Um, so for advanced enterprise, this is a pretty specific one. So the key point being here is that CoreStore can orders created in CoreStore can no longer be deleted by coreFORCE. The orders must be deleted directly in CoreStore. The reason for this is there was a multiple different instances where it was causing a mismatch of inventory issues and hiccups and stuff like that. So now there's going to be a warning message whenever you go to delete an order in the dashboard that it originated in CoreStore, and so it can't be deleted. So you need to go and delete that from CoreStore. So that way it kind of helps keep the inventory straight and everything like that. That's it kind of for new adjustments and updates. Then we get on to the bug fixes. Some are pretty straightforward. Inactive flag was not properly applied for bulk action update on the FFL maintenance. This is for advanced and enterprise. That's just going up to the actions button and clicking a bulk action of mark inactive. It wasn't properly setting it, applying it to all of them. Fixed an issue where shipping charges were incorrectly summed when multiple products with fixed rates were added to the cart. That was a pretty big one. I know we're still, like I said, we still have another issue or that we fixed earlier with shipping charges, but this was a pretty big one where it was multiple products from that had fixed rates from different distributors, and that product was only available in that distributor. It wasn't summing those charges together with that checkbox checked. Fixed an issue where cached inventory data was not fully retrieved when unified inventory was enabled. That was something involved related to the unified inventory. That was more of a dev fix. Fixed an issue where map pricing remained locked after editing a product was removed from BFG. That was a big one, I know, where BFG would clear them out, and then afterwards they would still be locked, so you can't edit them for map pricing and everything like that. Calculate product prices failed and products had no assigned location. That's kind of a very detailed one. Fix an issue where the place order API returned incorrect error message. So that's again API stuff. Fix an issue where stored product prices were deleted instead of recalculated. That was kind of issue causing slowness and that kind of thing because it was not picking up the stored prices. Fix an issue where hidden if empty. This is a visual thing. So it wasn't hiding elements that was supposed to be hiding on product search and detail pages. That's kind of like a more front end coding type of thing. Base cost was not updated from the distributor feed when using hello quantities. That was a pretty big one. And then an issue where a customer can make an offer on this product checkbox was not saved on the first attempt. So again, that's kind of a more back end feature, not being able to save them first attempt. There was a couple of things that was like that got resolved where it wasn't hitting on the first attempt. You'd had to like basically save it twice. And then lastly, fixed an issue where map pricing was incorrectly applied to users with employee pricing. So this one, employee pricing for user types. So that you could set up your user types to be, not ignore to ignore map for like employees and that kind of thing because it's not being advertised to the public. Whew. That didn't seem like a lot, but that felt like a lot talking about it.
Uh-oh. I did it again.
I got you.
Hey, how did you do that? Because I have no... Oh, never mind.
I just clicked the...
I see it now. Man, my brain... Hey.
How
maybe
am I
I'm the one that
figuring
got
this out?
bombed.
Oh, goodness.
Gee whiz.
Only one comment so far from Patrick. I'm still having numerous price mismatches with various distributors from coreFORCE. Cost versus what I'm being charged when placing orders. I'd have to know what distributors and everything like that would be. Because it's a pretty broad net there. Yeah, because if it's the cost of what coreFORCE is pulling in cost wise should be what you're being charged. So I'm not sure why that would be different. I'm assuming you've already put that into support, Patrick.
Kenneth agrees. Kenneth, did you put that into support? Do we have a link? I usually have a link ready to go. Man, I'm sorry, Colt. I'm falling down on my job here.
Killing me, Smiles. 2 to 3 weeks ago. You ping support and find out why that hasn't been taken care of.
I'm just going to share this feedback. Kenneth says RSR and Crow most recently. You're reading that,
because
huh?
my products aren't synced. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense because then why are they not synced?
Because he had product details. Would that matter?
Wouldn't matter for cost. Definitely wouldn't matter for cost. Yeah, it's product details all you want,
It's
unless
only,
you're
it's
going
only
in and manually editing the cost.
Yeah, because he's only changing the product
Right.
details.
Yeah, I'm pinging support on that, Patrick and Kenneth. Oh, that's pretty quiet today.
It is.
Because Oki's not here.
I'm telling you, man, he really is he's out of us three, he's the life of the party. Well, at least he's probably the most likable. That's probably what it is. Hey, but I shared the feedback in the chat, so
Okay.
I know we usually share that. So what else? Did you seriously cover all of the release notes?
Yeah, I kind of ran through them. I really don't have a lot more to go on off of that. I'll probably need to come up with some more tips and tricks, and everything.
Couldn't find the link. You know what?
It looks like it posted to YouTube.
It should have, but maybe it didn't. Hey,
Ken, that's Ken. Is that you?
Look in the.
No, he was playing watching.
I'll include. That's what I need to do is just have a common way that we share all these links. I'll make sure that all these links, any link that you'll ever need, I'll be sure to share it in our descriptions for our YouTube videos. I don't know why I don't do that now.
I almost put Ken in timeout by accident trying to react to his message.
We don't want to
Don't want
put
to put him in
anybody.
timeout.
No, just me.
Oh,
Well, I mean, you went a half an hour. I would be hard on you, dude. But when I first got on, that's why I asked you when I first got on. I said, "How you doing?" You're like, "Not good." I knew it right away. As soon as I saw
yeah.
you, that's why I asked. So, I'm glad you
I
made it
know
through
I'm
the show.
pale, but I feel like I'm paler than usual.
Yeah,
So
you
it's
are
hard to
pale.
tell.
You are pale. You-
um, no, yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I guess for unified inventory, um, that's something still being worked on right now. I believe the plan right now is to roll it out tonight. Everything's been looking a lot better for it. Um, so this would basically put everyone on unified inventory. Um, and that's to clarify, unified inventory is core store and core force, no API calls to worry about or failures. Um, they will be pointing at the same location, looking at the same price and everything, which sounds kind of like, well, duh, weren't they already? To an extent, yes, but APIs, that's no longer taking the APIs out of the questions, which APIs, I would love to tell you what API stands for, but it's just a call to get the data. Um, and they aren't always 100% reliable because they can fail for a number of reasons, which can cause issues with mismatch inventory levels and all that kind of good stuff. So,
Call it's application programming interface, man. Come
yeah, I
on.
knew you'd be quick on the trigger to know it, so that's why I just rolled.
Yeah, that's how long it took me to find out with these little thumbs here. Mm. Oh, Dave had a question
Dave,
there.
any update on the thumbnail versus actual listing showing different prices? Yeah, Dave, I think this inventory update will actually help with that. Because it does factor in inventory and pricing with all of that. So I'm hoping so. We'll need to follow up and find out after this update goes in tonight.
Yeah,
Jeremy says the accurate gun auctions integration has been working. Uh, Thank you to dealers who have sent us firearms. Oh, it's already got some. That's awesome.
I am not surprised if people are not using that. It's literally the whole thing with the other webinar was it's very little work, to create a new revenue stream. So please use that. It's like there's no reason if somebody comes in with used guns, you don't have to say, no, we don't have time for this anymore. You've literally got a white glove service with really great rates, which we will go over. July 1st is our webinar. Jeremy, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I've got scheduled right now. And Jeremy's going to take a deep dive into how the pricing works. Guns.com.
Uh, Guns.com integration. Let me check real quick.
So while you're looking, so that's what we're going to be covering on July 1st. And literally, it's just he's only going to be talking about pricing because that seems to be the most mysterious thing when people, look into using accurate gun auctions. It's like, well, how much is this going to cost me? What am I going to get paid or anything like that? So he's going to be able to go over all of that stuff and remove the veil off that. And it may, give you a little more courage to say, yeah, everybody bring your used guns in because this is the easiest money I'll ever make in this shop.
Tony, I'm getting confirmation, but I believe the guns.com is live. I believe it's live for everyone. I believe last week sometime they opened up channels for everyone in Core Store. So that would be going under, oh goodness, trying to remember off the top of my head, Core Store, company, and then channels. Let me see if I can pull it up. I'm not functioning at 100% brain capacity right now, so I'm trying to remember.
Tony said, yes, it's channels.
There we go. Yep. So you should see it. Uh, there we go. So you should see it now under channels, and I believe everyone should be uh see access to channels now. I believe it's turned on for everyone now. Um, so you can go in here and just fill out your information. It is a charge for the integration. Um, so yeah, that should be good to go.
That's awesome. Awesome. And for the July 1st webinar, hopefully we have no technical difficulties. I would like to cover that briefly because that was really, really were you here, Colt? You weren't in that one, were you?
No, I wasn't in that one, but I heard about it because like half the world went down
The
apparently.
half the world went down, literally. We had some people that were still able to chat. So I said, I'm just going to reload my page. It was right when Ezra asked me, "Hey, can you just put the URL?" And I'm like, "Well, the URL works in the chat, but I'll put it on the screen if you want." I mean, um, and when I did that, I'm like, Ezra made me freaking crash the whole thing. And it wasn't Ezra at all. I was trying my best to communicate with everybody, and it was just everything was falling apart. Turns out, was it Cloudflare, Colt? Or I know it was Google.
It was a mixture. It was Cloudflare, parts of Google, parts of Discord. Um, oh goodness, what else was it? I think AT&T went down like a couple of days later too, like parts
Yeah.
of regions of AT&T. Like it was weird.
It was very, very, very strange. And it literally was happening. I had just had the robot draw the winner from that. That was the Accurate Gun Auctions webinar, now remembering it. And I couldn't even announce the winner. So I was discording because our Discord still worked at that time. I was discording Charles. I'm like, "Hey Charles, we can't get back in. Somebody's got to announce this because everybody's going to start dropping off." So congratulations to Nathan Johnston again for winning that free gun. But hopefully, there are no technical issues. However, when it's that big, there's absolutely nothing we can do. It's just completely out of our hands, and we're at the mercy of the system. So hopefully everything's roll smooth with that one. Brian it was Cloudflare, and it was not being able to verify the master database. Gotcha. I mean, I say I got you. I
Wow.
don't, but Colt probably understands it. I just
Mhm.
knew nothing was working. And then after like 2 or 3 reloads of StreamYard, which is the service we use for our webinars, it finally came back with like a fatal error or something like that. I'm like, "Holy moly, I killed everything." But yeah, that was weird. Well,
I saw Brian Smith said last night I noticed several newer products that were imported with default pricing structure instead of use default. Um, don't think that should be just the name of your pricing structure. Um, and get the team investigate, but that doesn't sound. It might just be a different terminology. What it was used is probably using the actual description. Um, instead of it's probably applying the default instead of the. I'm looking now just to see. Several, not all. Yeah, Brian, shoot us some of those examples in the Discord. Now I'll get the team to take a look just to make sure there's nothing going on there. Oh, um, my goodness.
they were
Using
firearms and
the
did not
firearm
use any of the
pricing.
firearm pricing.
Yeah, I don't know why it would be auto signing that pricing structure to them rather than Yeah, just give us some examples in there because I don't know why it would be sending automatically assigning that pricing structure to new products. I don't even think that's a thing in coreFORCE to automatically assign them. Usually it will pick it up based on the category or something that you pricing structures that you have. Okay, and going back to the issues with coreFORCE costs versus distributor costs and placing orders, looks like support had already escalated it. And so I'll follow up on that and see where we're at with that to see if that's the same issue that we're talking about. So, oh man,
Well, I think you've done great, man. I know I can feel your pain from here. I mean, we do live sort of in
it's
the same city, but I literally
well, I
feel your
don't
pain.
like it's a mixture because I don't know if it's my just in my head because like my son's sick, my youngest, he's been bad sick with the ear infection, so he had a cold and then my wife had a cold, but I never got it. But then it's after a trade show, which usually is, breeding ground for germs and whatnot and viruses.
Yeah.
Uh, and then yesterday I mowed finally.
That that
So
that
it's
was
like
probably
it's
yeah.
probably it, but it's like I'd already started been feeling sick
Yeah.
before that. I think that just topped it off. So
That's why I haven't mowed in the past 2
yeah.
weeks. That's it.
Well,
So,
my grass was up to here, so I had to
mine's
do something.
about there too. I'm probably gonna mow tomorrow, and you'll probably hear me sounding like you. Um, so now you know why I said I probably won't be around Thursday or Friday in our little meeting there. So,
Yep. Yeah, Patrick,
um,
definitely go ahead and send us an example, the most recent example, and we'll try and get that knocked out. Um,
any more questions? You've got coreFORCE actual here. So,
uh,
well, Colt, what are you gonna do for the rest of the day, man? Are you gonna just kind of rest your head? You gonna need to take some.
yeah, I'm gonna go take something and maybe lay down for a little bit and then get back up, and I'll probably start working again. Um, I got too much going on to just call it a day. Uh,
Send Jeremy an email later.
okay, we'll do, Jeremy.
Hey, so
Yeah,
something fun I saw in a store not too long ago, and I just want to share it with everybody. Colt, have you ever heard of peanut butter and jalapeno flavored whiskey?
it sounds disgusting, but no.
It does sound disgusting, but I had to buy some, and
I
I
take
think
that back. Peanut butter and jalapeno, like I've ate that before.
have you really?
Like you basically you cut open a jalapeno
No, sir.
and you put peanut
No,
butter
sir.
in it
No,
and then you
no,
eat it.
no. That sounds like something you would do if you drank too much whiskey, just plain whiskey. But you'll see why I had to get this thing. So I got me some, and here's what it comes in.
Wow.
How awesome is that? I will
That
never
is
drink it.
cool.
So this will be 120-year-old jalapeno and peanut butter flavored whiskey when after the Chinese invade in 100 years.
You gotta send me the link
Some
to that. That's pretty
little
cool.
kid. It's just in a liquor store. Oh man, I just cracked the seal. I didn't even mean to. I thought the lid would
Bro.
come off. Hey, but that is pretty cool, isn't it? That is like that's
Hey, it'll fit
awesome,
up there
man.
behind you on your other with your other bullet.
I tried. I think it might be a little too heavy. I need to
Well,
pouring up. I've got my decorations are since I put my jelly beans up here. I don't know if you can see my jelly beans.
oh yeah, those are pretty heavy.
So yeah, that's really heavy, and those are for emergency use only. They've been in there for years. I hope they're still good. But yeah. So there's a little look into my life. That was kind of fun, huh? Peanut butter and jalapeno whiskey. You can keep that. I am not going to do it. I don't care how thirsty I am or depressed, where I don't want
So
to know my name. I'm not going to drink
so
that.
going back, which to talk about it more, SHOT Show somehow is right around the corner before we know it. We're already trying to schedule meetings and everything for SHOT Show. But I know for our side, you, Joel, I know you were sick bad. This past year at SHOT Show, we had so many people out sick, and then me and Tony Compliance uh, were the only ones that had been drinking shots of whiskey that week, and somehow that helped kill all the germs that we had. And so by the end of the week, when we were breaking down, one of our customers was nice enough to bring us a fifth of whiskey, and Ezra was like forcing us to take shots of whiskey so that we can stay healthy
Hey,
and don't
y'all.
break down. So,
Hey, Ezra was forcing them to take shots of whiskey.
I mean,
Yeah,
boss, do what the boss says.
that sounds like Ezra, first off. Secondly, I'm pretty sure you guys weren't forced to do any such thing. I'm sure you were gladly doing it.
Yeah, he
But
told us to keep at it, and I'm not even that big of a whiskey drinker,
I
but yeah,
can't stand whiskey,
it's
but
keeping me healthy. So
I would, if doing a shot every night after the show would help, I would absolutely do it because I was miserable. It took me 3 days to get home after that. So I made
we
it
may
to,
just do that as a thing.
we could, yeah. We could set up a aid station in our deal. Just put a big old red cross up and offer shots of whiskey. That would be great.
Yep.
So anyway,
And we will. Speaking of SHOT Show, we will have new patches this year. Actually just got those ordered and everything. I think I have some new ones from the Sports South Rendezvous on the Red. Uh, Not too many. I didn't think. I got another one from Battle Arms, and then Sports South's new one. Uh,
Colt's a
but
big patch guy. If you haven't noticed, so that's pretty
yeah,
cool.
I'm also in the midst of redoing my big patch wall too right now. So, but
That's
yeah, um,
that's good. So if you guys are in the West Palm Beach area, you'll have a chance to meet Colt and talk to him about patches, right, Colt?
no, absolutely,
Come
yeah, yeah. I
July,
just booked
was
my
it
flight last night.
July 16th through the 18th, right?
16th through the 16th and 17th are the days of the show, I think.
Yeah. Yep. So you guys
But
have to come. We're doing like an entire beach theme in the booth. We're gonna have some colorful drinks, non-alcoholic, just colorful, fun, fruity drinks to keep you hydrated during that show because it gets hot there. I know it was hot and muggy here. That was good training for West Palm Beach, right, Colt? Everybody that
yeah,
came here, they're like, man, this heat. So Tony Compliance, if you're out there, it is different, right? This heat is different. And I think it was only in the 90s. So yeah, it was crazy.
yeah. Myron's still asking about those hats, Joel.
I will do it. I literally yesterday I loaded up the 2 boxes of hats that I have. So I'm one step closer to actually taking them and getting them all worked out. Also, Jeremy just said be giving away more Saracam firearms at the range and retail show. So that is going to be epic as well. So it's going to be a fun time. The range and retail show, it's so much work for so little, time there. It's the show's basically a day and a half, but we do like going all out because we like seeing everybody there, and it's a really good opportunity for those that are out there that are really serious about upping their game, whether they're a retailer or a range operator. That's the place to do it. You'll make some really good connections, and never can tell, may make you the next huge range on the map. So if you're in that area, please come see us next week, July 1st. We're going to be talking to Jeremy again, who's happily, thank you so much for joining us today, Jeremy. But he'll be explaining pricing of Accurate Gun Auctions, and we've got some more. I think July 10th. Because your next one, Colt, is July 9th, I believe. So July 9th is the
That
coreFORCE
sounds
update.
right.
And then July 10th, we're going to have a new Retail Mastery series with Greg Turner. And I'm waiting to hear back from him on like exactly what we're going to be covering. But no matter what it is, it's always fascinating stuff. If you're in retail, you really need to attend because you'll learn a lot of stuff. It's everyone that's attended, they'll tell him like he met a lot of people at this last show, and they told him like, man, I I'll have it on the background, because obviously we don't have an hour and 15, 20 minutes to just sit there and watch a screen. So you can have it playing in the background. And a lot of people are like, I pick something up, just something that I'm not thinking about, or I need to learn, or I need to start implementing. And it's really cool. So be sure to be on the lookout for that. What else do we have going on, Colt? I know we've got more shows. We've got we'll be at Nation's Best Sports. That's in August. And I think I'm still working on another one that I don't know if we're going to be able to do. One of those ones that I mentioned yesterday, Colt, but
Yeah, we're
I know,
basically hitting we're getting East Coast, Central, and West Coast within the next couple months.
yeah,
I know Dallas. There's one in Dallas in August, I think.
that's the Nation's Best
That's
Sports.
Nation Bet the sport.
Sports Inc.'s up in the air. A lot of these different, like these are buying groups, and they're very, very difficult to get into. It's sort of like one of those communities that have been cut off from society for like decades and decades, and they're not trusting of outsiders. That's kind of the feeling I get whenever I talk to them. I'm like, hey, all we want to do is just exhibit and talk to some of the people there. And so it's really hard to get in. We're doing the goals. It's going to be in Knoxville, Tennessee. That's in August as well.
That's the one.
And then I think the
You said
NAS,
Goas or goals?
it's actually
Gun
goals.
Owners America.
It's GOALS, but it is Gun Owners
really?
of America. And it's actually, it stands for something. I just don't know what it. Hey, you got me, Colt. Fine. You got me. And I don't know why you're not looking right now. Hey, Colt, what does API mean?
I didn't even hear you the first time when you said
Application Programming Interface, man. Come on. I remember that. So
I told you I'm not functioning with 100% brain capacity right now.
dude, I'm not every day. So there's no excuse for you. No, but I think we're done here. Colt, if you don't have anything else to say, I hope you have some closing words though. Something.
A shot of whiskey a night will keep the doctor away, maybe.
You just brought the music on. That's a wrap. We're closing down. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Be on the lookout for those Webbies. They're very, very helpful. They're just smart robots that are educated on whatever Colt or Oki or anyone else covers, Greg Turner. Be sure to use that stuff, man. You may not have time, to sit down in front of a screen for an hour, but you absolutely have time to go ask a robot, hey, what do I need to know from this session? And you'll be surprised at what you get. With that, I think we're done. Colt, anything else?
I think that's it.
Music's going to go up and we're going to go out. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thanks, everybody.
Wait and see. Now more upgrades, more victory. 2 weeks out, don't miss a sign. coreFORCE updates, next in line. We'll be back, just wait and see. No more upgrades, more victory. 2 weeks out, don't miss a sign. coreFORCE updates, next in line. Yeah, hit that link, stay in tune. We'll be back again real soon. This is coreFORCE built to last. Till next time, full speed, no past.